Sun Salutation A. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Holding here for 5 Ujjayi breath. Pressing the weight into the feet and the hands and tucking the belly in. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, palms up, look toward thumb. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Looking towards the direction of the nose. Pressing the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, look toward thumbs, fold forward. Half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathing with sound. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, look toward thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spreading the fingers and toes wide. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, look forward, step to the front of the mat. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms, palms touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Sun Salutation B. Inhale, bend the knees, brush the mat, palms up. Exhale, fold, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, right foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, left leg back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5 Ujjayi breaths here. Inhale, step to the front. Bend your knees, brush your mat, look toward thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Round 2. Inhale, bend knees, look towards thumbs. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Left foot forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, left leg back, Chaturanga. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5. Looking toward the direction of the nose and sucking in the navel. Inhale, step to the front, bend knees, brush mat, look toward thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Round 3. Inhale, bend knees, brush mat with fingertips, look toward thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5 Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, step to the front, bend knees, brush mat with fingertips, look toward thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, bend knees, brush mat, look toward thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, right foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho. Left foot forward. Inhale, arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana for 5. Spreading the fingers and toes and pressing the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, bend knees, brush mat with fingertips, look towards thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Round 5. Inhale, bend knees, look toward thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Right foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Left foot forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, left foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5 deep Ujjayi breaths. Breathing with sound. Inhale, step to the front of the mat, bend knees, brush mat, look towards thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Exhale, jump feet hip width apart. And exhale, fold, binding on the toes. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold, looking towards knees for Padangusthasana. Holding here for 5 Ujjayi breath. Looking toward the direction of the toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide the hands under the feet for Parahastasana. And exhale, fold, looking towards the knees for 5. Uttita Trikonasana. Exhale the left leg back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, binding on the right big toe. Extending the left arm up, looking towards the left palm for 5 Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Left arm up. Exhale. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Extending the right arm for Paravita Trikonasana on the right. Looking towards the top palm for 5. Inhaling, coming up. Samastitihi. Exhale, right foot back, left arm up. Exhaling, left hand binding on the left big toe for Uttita Trikonasana on the left, looking up towards the right palm for 5 breaths here. Inhaling, coming up. Extending the right arm up and exhaling, placing it outside the left leg, taking the left arm up for Paravita Trikonasana on the left. Sucking the belly in and pressing the weight evenly into the feet. Inhale, Samastitihi. Exhale, left foot back, bend right knee, right palm to mat and left arm over for Uttita Parshvokonasana. Looking towards the right palm. Inhaling, coming up, straightening the legs and turning the feet to face the front of the room. Deep inhale and a deep exhale, lean forward, placing both hands on the mat, coming into Prasarita Padottanasana A. Slowly lowering the crown of the head for 5 Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, lengthening, bringing hands to hips. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana D, Placing the hands on the ankles or feet, inhaling and exhaling, folding forward, bringing the crown of the head a little closer to the mat. Inhaling, bringing hands to hips, preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana C, extending the arms and interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhaling, opening the chest, and exhaling, folding forward, allowing the hands to gently drop over the back of the head. For 5 Ujjayi breaths here. Inhaling, coming all the way up, stretching the arms out and turning the left foot out, bending the left knee, left hand on the outside of the left foot and right arm over for Utthita Parsvakonasana on the left, looking towards the left thumb for 5. Inhaling, coming up, turning the feet in, Samastitihi. Exhaling, left leg back, bringing hands into reverse namaste. Inhaling and exhaling, folding over the front right foot for Parsvottanasana. Looking towards the big toe for 5. Inhaling, coming up, Samastitihi, keeping the hands behind you. This time, exhaling the right foot back. Inhaling, opening the chest, and exhaling, folding forward over the left leg, looking towards the left big toe for Parsvottanasana on the left for 5 Ujjayi breaths here. Inhale, come all the way up, Samastitihi. Preparing for Vrikshasana. Shift your weight onto the right foot and bend your left knee, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, taking the arms overhead. Holding here for 5. Exhaling, releasing. Vrikshasana on the left, bending the right knee, bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh and placing the arms overhead. Focusing and holding here for 5. Exhaling, release. Inhaling, bending the knees, brushing mat, looking to fingertips for Utkatasana, holding here for 5. Engaging the quads and looking towards the direction of the thumbs. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, half lift, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping or jumping to the front of the mat. Stretching the legs out in front, preparing for Dandasana. Flexing the feet, engaging the shoulders with the chin slightly tucked towards the chest. Preparing for Janushasana A. Bend the left knee, inhale, arms overhead and bind on the right toe. Looking towards knee or looking towards right big toe for 5. Deep belly breaths here. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling. Bending that right knee, hands up, and exhaling, binding on the left toe. For Janushasana A on the left. Looking to the knee or the toe for 5 Ujjayi breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, extend the right leg back, and prepare for Paschimottanasana A, binding on the toes, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, folding. Inhale, lengthen. Place the hands on the outside of the feet and hold here for 5. Inhaling, lengthening, placing the hands behind you, pointing the toes and lifting the hips, looking back for Purvottanasana. Looking up towards the direction of the third eye. Exhaling, releasing. Marichyasana A, bend the left knee, left arm up and around the left leg, binding behind the back. As you lengthen and look towards the right big toe, right foot flexed. Exhale, release. Bring the left leg across the body and the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, looking over the left shoulder for Marichyasana C on the right. Exhale, release. Straighten the left leg and bend the right knee. Bringing right arm up and around and behind, binding on the back and looking towards the direction of the left toe. Lengthening in the spine and waist for 5. Releasing and crossing the body with the right leg, taking the left arm to the outside of the right leg and looking over the right shoulder for Marityasana C on the left. Left foot is flexed. Exhale, release, and come into a seated position, bringing both the soles of the feet together, interlacing the fingers underneath them. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly lowering the heart towards the feet for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose for 5. Inhaling, coming up, releasing the feet and extending the legs out to either side. Preparing for Upavishta Konasana, binding on the toes, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, folding, leaning forward. Bringing the chin to mat for 5. Inhaling, coming up, crossing the legs and preparing for Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping or jumping, stretching the legs out in front and laying on the back, preparing for Supta Padangusthasana A. Bring the left leg up, knee to nose, holding here for 5. Exhale, lean back and take the left leg out to the side, looking over the right shoulder, flexing the right foot for Supta Padangusthasana B. Inhale, come back to center, knee to nose. Exhale, release the leg. Inhale, bend right knee, bind on right toe, bring knee to nose for Supta Padangusthasana A on the right, flexing the left toe for 5. Lay back and release the right leg to the side as you look over the left shoulder for Supta Padangusthasana B. Deep belly breaths here and engaging the left leg. Inhale back to center, knee to nose, and release. Crossing the legs, preparing for Vinyasa. Chaturanga, inhale Urdhva, exhale Adho. Coming back into a seated position, into Navasana. Bending the knees and stretching the arms out, flexing the toes, looking towards the direction of the feet. Engaging the core. Cross legs, place hands down and jump. Coming back into Navasana. for 5. Cross legs, place hands under and a slight jump back into Navasana. Cross legs, place hands and jump back to Vinyasa. Inhale Urdhva, exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana. Jumping to the front of the mat, stretching the legs out and coming onto the back, preparing for Setu Bandhasana. You can lift the hips and place the hands underneath interlaced for 5 breaths. Or if it's more accessible to you, you can do a variation of supported Setu Bandhasana with the hands underneath the hips. Looking to the direction of the nose for 5 Ujjayi breaths here. Exhale, release, and bring the hands underneath the shoulders, stretching the arms and the legs, coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose, holding here for 5. You can come onto your tippy toes, or you can stay with a flat foot. Slowly coming down, bringing knees to chest. And we'll do one more. Bringing hands underneath shoulders and pressing up into your second Adho Dhanurasana. Knees slightly bent, pushing the chest forward for 5. And when you're ready, releasing, bringing the knees towards the chest and rolling up into a Paschimottanasana. Inhaling, binding on the toes, and exhaling, folding forward. Deep breaths here. Inhaling, coming onto your back, preparing for Sarvangasana, shoulder stand, inhaling, legs up, placing the hands onto the lower back, holding here for 25 Ujjayi breaths, flexing the toes and looking towards the direction of the feet. Breathe with sound, engage the shoulders. deep belly breaths. Preparing for Halasana, lowering the feet towards the mat behind the head and interlacing the fingers on the mat for 10 Ujjayi breaths here. Looking towards the direction of the navel and breathing with sound. Releasing the knees towards the ears, squeezing them gently for Karna Pidasana, holding here for 10 Ujjayi breaths as well. If you'd like to, you can stay in Karna Pidasana or you can come into Urdhva Padmasana, coming into full lotus and placing the hands on the knees, balancing here for an upward lotus, holding for 10 Ujjayi breaths. Exhale, lower the knees towards the face, wrapping the arms around the legs for Pindasana, holding here for another 10 Ujjayi breaths. Can slowly release the arms and gently unravel one vertebra at a time, coming into a variation of Matsyasana, fish pose, stretching the arms out and resting the crown of the head on the mat. Can slowly inhale onto the elbows, pressing up into Padmasana, staying in a seated lotus, bringing the hands to the knees in Chin Mudra, and just taking a moment to connect with the breath and connect with the body. Become aware of any sensations and breathing space into any areas of tension or tightness. Continue to breathe deep Ujjayi breaths here. If you would like to remain in meditation, you can stay in Padmasana. If you would like to continue the practice, you are welcome to prepare to Vinyasa, unbinding the feet, Chaturanga, inhaling Urdhva Mukha, exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Coming into a nice little arm balance, Bakasana, crow pose. Shifting the weight into the hands and placing the knees on the backs of the arms. Looking towards the mat and slowly jumping back into a nice vinyasa. Stepping the feet forward and laying back on to the back. You can bring your knees in towards your chest and stretch your legs to the right as you look over to the left for Jatara Parivartanasana on the right. And you can swap the knees towards the left as you look over the right shoulder for Jatara Parivartanasana on the left. Bring the knees towards the chest and exhale, release, coming into Shavasana. Spread the feet equal distance apart on the mat and spread the arms equal distance on the mat. Make sure your spine is long and straight and your palms are facing up towards the sky above you. You can gently close your eyes and allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythms. Observing the body from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. As you lay here in a state of deep relaxation, I invite you to relax every single fiber of your being. Relaxing the feet, the legs, the hips, the belly, the back, relaxing your chest, your arms, your hands, and your shoulders. Relax your neck, your face, your head, and the crown of your head. Stay here for a few moments in this state of deep relaxation. You have nowhere to go and nothing to do except be here in this moment. If your mind starts to wander, connect to the weight of the body as it presses down on the earth beneath you. quieten the mind and open the heart. There is nowhere to go and nothing to do. It is just you in this present moment. Nothing else matters. You can slowly start to become aware of the body again, noticing the breath, noticing the weight of the body as it rests on the mat beneath you. Noticing the space where the palms meet the mat and where the heels meet the mat. Becoming aware of your spine. Becoming aware of your ribs. Becoming aware of your legs and your hands and your feet. You can gently wiggle your fingers and toes. You can rub your fingers against each other, noticing any tingling sensations in the palms as all the beautiful energy from your practice today enters your body. You can take a deep inhale, stretching the arms overhead, rolling onto your side. And you can push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. You can place your hands over your legs, over your knees. You can just take a few moments here with your eyes closed. take a few deep breaths. And you can bring your hands to heart center. You can bring your hands to heart center and you can rub your palms together, creating some heat. You can take this healing energy from your practice today and you can place it over the crown of your head, over your eyes, over your ears, throughout the rest of the body, hovering over any areas that may need extra attention. When you're ready, you can bring your hands back to heart center for our closing mantra, and you can chant with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can allow the vibrations of the mantra to settle. And when you're ready, you can gently bow your head. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this class today.